What if I told you the most successful people don't avoid stress? They transform it. While most people crumble under pressure, a small group of high performers have discovered how to use that same pressure to become unstoppable. This isn't about natural talent, it's not about luck, and it's definitely not about working harder than everyone else. It's about rewiring your brain's response to challenges, using 5 specific mental hacks that 97% of people will never discover. In the next few minutes, I'll reveal how these simple psychological triggers can transform any obstacle into your greatest advantage. These aren't complicated techniques. They're subtle shifts that create massive results, the kind that will have people wondering how you stay so composed when everyone else is falling apart. Modern neuroscience has revealed something fascinating. The difference between those who thrive under pressure and those who collapse isn't genetic, it's strategic. Your brain processes over 70,000 thoughts daily. But most people let those thoughts control them instead of controlling their thoughts. Today, I'm sharing 5 evidence-based mental hacks that literally change your brain's physical structure, transforming how you respond to any challenge life throws at you. I discovered these after hitting rock bottom 3 years ago. Nothing else was working. But these techniques completely changed my life, and they can do the same for you. Let's dive in. When something stressful happens, your body releases a flood of stress chemicals. But here's what most people don't realize. This chemical surge only lasts about 90 seconds. Any emotional reaction that lasts longer than 90 seconds is just your brain choosing to recreate and extend that feeling. High performers use what I call the 90-second reset, a technique that stops this cycle before it spirals. Step 1. When stress hits, acknowledge it. Simply say to yourself, I notice I'm feeling stressed right now. Step 2. Focus on your breathing for 15 seconds. Inhale for 4, hold for 4, exhale for 6. Step 3. Ask yourself, will this matter 1 year from now? This instantly activates your prefrontal cortex, the rational part of your brain. Step 4. Choose one immediate action you can take, no matter how small. Top performers don't avoid negative emotions. They process them efficiently and move on. This keeps them making progress while others get stuck in emotional quicksand. Harvard researchers discovered something remarkable. When people view stress as helpful rather than harmful, their physical stress response changes completely. In a groundbreaking study, participants who reframed stress as performance-enhancing experienced 23% less anxiety. Healthier cardiovascular patterns improve decision-making under pressure. This isn't positive thinking, it's strategic mental positioning. Here's how to implement stress reframing. When your heart races, don't think, I'm stressed. Instead, think, my body is energized and ready for this challenge. When facing a difficult task, replace I'm overwhelmed with this is strengthening my capabilities. When feeling pressure, shift from I can't handle this to this pressure is sharpening my focus. The most resilient people don't experience less stress. They interpret it as a resource rather than a threat. Your stress isn't trying to break you, it's trying to build you. When most people hit limitations, they get frustrated. But elite performers know that constraints aren't obstacles. They're accelerants for creativity and growth. This is called the constraint advantage. Did you know that Twitter was created during a company crisis? Or that Instagram's filters were originally designed to mask low-quality phone camera images? The most innovative solutions emerge not from unlimited resources, but from creative constraints. Here's how to implement this mindset. First, identify your biggest constraint right now. Limited time, limited money, limited connections. Second, ask, how might this limitation be pushing me toward a better solution I wouldn't otherwise find? Third, set artificial constraints even when you don't have to. Give yourself half the time you think you need for a project. When you embrace constraints instead of fighting them, you activate parts of your brain associated with innovation and problem solving. Next time you face limitations, remember, the obstacle isn't in your way, it is the way. While average performers try to avoid failure at all costs, psychological research shows that resilient minds deliberately analyze failure as their most valuable data source. I call this failure mapping, a technique used by everyone from elite military units to startup founders. Here's the 3-step failure mapping process. Step 1. Document every failure without emotion, just facts. Step 2. For each failure, identify the precise trigger point where things went wrong. Step 3. Create an action plan specifically designed to strengthen that weak point. The difference between a master and a beginner isn't that the master never fails, it's that the master fails productively. When you systematically map your failures, you transform random setbacks into a strategic advancement plan. What broke you yesterday becomes what builds you tomorrow. The most powerful mental hack of all doesn't involve changing what you do. It involves changing who you believe you are. Psychologists call this identity shifting, the practice of consciously adopting the identity of the person you want to become. Most people try to change their habits without changing their self-image first. That's why they fail repeatedly. Here's how to implement identity shifting. First, identify the resilient identity you need right now. Not just someone who handles stress well, but something specific like someone who thrives under deadline pressure or someone who uses criticism as fuel. Second, create a detailed mental image of how this person thinks, speaks, and moves through the world. Third, and this is critical, begin speaking and making decisions as if you already are this person. Don't say, I'm trying to be more resilient. Say, I am resilient. This is who I am now. Your brain forms neural pathways based on your self-concept. When you shift your identity first, new behaviors follow naturally. These 5 mental hacks, the 90-second reset, stress reframing, the constraint advantage, failure mapping, and identity shifting, aren't just techniques, they're transformations. You don't need to implement all 5 at once. Start with just one, master it, then add another. I'd love to know, which of these 5 mental hacks do you think would make the biggest difference in your life right now? Drop a comment below with the number and why. If this video helped you, give it a thumbs up so more people can discover these techniques. And don't forget to subscribe for more science-backed strategies to upgrade your life. Remember, stress doesn't have to break you. With the right mental framework, it can become the force that transforms you. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.